So now today we are going to talk this 8th verse of Siksastakam, the last verse. 𝗙cie 𝗹𝗹cie𝘄 पेनस्तु माम अदर्शनामर्मतां करोतु वा ततथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनतस्तु सेवनापरा. Beautiful verse, the ultimate, highest conception of love of God. The 6th verse was hoping for love, 7th verse upgraded, love in separation, and the 8th verse is love in climax. This is even beyond love in separation. This is Mahabhav, Adhirud Mahabhav, the feelings of Srimati Radharani for Krishna. Intense feelings. These feelings cannot be imitated, because these feelings will be tested against reality. And that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "Oh my Lord, I will accept you, mat pranantastu sevanapara." There is no other master except you. There is no other master except you for me. While Krishna says, okay, no other master for you, okay, let me test you. So if Krishna says, if I embrace you, will you accept me as your master? Mahaprabhu says, 𝗙cie, if you embrace me, definitely you are my master. But then Krishna says, va padratam penastu mam, if I crush you, if I punish you, then what about that? Will you still accept me as your master? Mahaprabhu says, yes. Va padratam penastu mam. Penastu means crush, padratam means by feet. That means if you punish me, if you crush me means if you give me extreme pain and miseries, still you are my master birth after birth. That's the whole idea there. And then Krishna says, 𝗙cie 𝗹𝗹cie𝘄 penastu mam. If suppose Krishna says, but okay, fine, if I don't give you my darshan, if you will not, so you will no longer be able to see me. I will be separated from you. To have miseries of this material, but that's not so miserable as separation from God for advanced devotees. A devotee can undergo millions of miseries provided Krishna is on his side, Krishna is there with him. He can see Krishna in his heart and everywhere all around. But to be separated from Krishna, that is the greatest sorrow for these kind of devotees, for devotees at the level of gopis and elevated acharyas. So Krishna says, okay, I will give you that misery, not just material miseries, I will give you this misery, I will be separated from you. Krishna separated himself from gopis for 100 years. We can't even imagine what kind of pain and sorrow they are feeling. This is beyond imagination. What kind of sorrow they feel when they are separated from Krishna. This is beyond imagination. So, this kind of misery Krishna says, I will give you. You will keep on doing service, you will keep on chanting, you will serving me, but I will never come face to face with you. Now what do you say? Will you accept me as your servant? Mahaprabhu says, yes. 𝗙cie 𝗹𝗹cie𝘄 penastu mam adarshanam. Even if you don't give me your darshan, you become separated, still you are my servant. Oh, sorry. Still I am your servant birth after birth. Then Krishna says, okay, 𝗙cie 𝗹𝗹cie𝘄 penastu mam adarshanam marmatam. Krishna says, okay, but I will start neglecting you. So I will not even accept you as my servant. Still you accept me as your master or not. Separation is one thing. Krishna was separated from gopis, but in his heart he accepted them as his servants, maid servants. But Krishna says, I will not even accept you as my servant. Even if you serve me for infinite number of lives, still you accept me as a servant. Mahaprabhu says, yes, adarshana marmahatam. Even if you injure my heart by not accepting me, still you are my master birth after birth. This kind of love, this is a climax of love, which is impossible for an ordinary mortal. It is only possible at higher planes. And this kind of feeling, this kind of love is only worshipable, and it's not achievable. a shadow of this love can be experienced by all of us, even a shadow of a shadow of a shadow. We can only hope to actually worship these prayers. We can never hope to pray these prayers. Even if we worship this prayer, that will be more than enough. That will be more than enough. That will make our lives perfect. Like for example, Bhishvatama says in Bhishtuti, when Krishna comes to him and is lying on bed of arrows, and Bhishvatama is saying, "Oh my dear Lord Krishna, I glorify gopis. I cannot hope to become like gopis. I cannot even hope to become the dust. So even the dust of gopis. It's a very elevated platform. I can simply appreciate their love, and by that I will perfect my lives." This is the plane which Mahaprabhu has revealed to us, the love of Radha, which cannot be simulated, which cannot be emulated, can simply be appreciated and worshipped. And that which can only be served. This kind of love can be served. We can serve it. So that's the love Srimati Radharani. That's what Mahaprabhu is revealing to us. Shrishava padratam penastu amadarshana marmatam karotu va yatha tatha vavadadhatu lampato. Krishna says, Mahaprabhu says, Krishna is a cheater. Lampat means cheater. Now somebody can say, Krishna will not do like this. He is a nice person. He is sensitive. Yes, he is sensitive. That's why he will do like that. You test your love. Whether it's love or lust. This is how you test love. This is how you test love. And this is how Krishna will help us note for ourselves that we are really in love with God or not. And He will help to glorify the devotee and the love of gopis. The love of gopis. Krishna embraced them, 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹cie. Va padratam penastu mam. Krishna punished them. Krishna punished them. Krishna gave them so many miseries by separating himself from them for so many years. He went to Dwarka and Mathura. Padratam penastu mam. Padratam penastu mam. There were so many demons coming in Vrindavan. It was really troublesome. But they never left Krishna. Adarshanam, Krishna separated himself from them. Not only in Ras Leela, but eternally, but for so many years in Mathura, Dwarka when he went. Marmhatam, Krishna neglected them. Krishna neglected them. Krishna said, so I will not accept you as my servant. You go back. In Ras Leela, when he played his flute and gopis came to meet him, he said, you go back. Gopis said, are you cheating us? Lampato. You are not accepting us as your servant. Gopis still said, who else is there for us except you? Krishna said, your husbands. Gopis said, you are a real husband. Who else is a husband? Krishna didn't have any further arguments. He was defeated by their love. That's not our aim, by the way, this kind of love. This kind of love. Our aim is to serve this kind of love. We can just hope to serve this kind of love one day. But to serve this kind of love, we must have a glimpse of this love. A shadow of an experience of this love, which Mahaprabhu has come to give us. Which he is promising he will give us, provided we follow his instructions nicely, provided we chant the holy names offenselessly, provided we are sincere in our devotion. He will bless us with this kind of love. This is the last verse of Siksastakam, 𝗙cie va padratam penastu mam. This 8th verse of Siksastakam is the ultimate climax of love of God, is the highest pinnacle of any Vaishnavism, of actually any kind of Vaishnavism. Shri Vaishnav, Madhava Vaishnav, Nimbark, Vallabh, Gaudiya Vaishnav. This is what everybody is aiming for. Mahaprabhu has put this in words. Other sampradayas didn't put it in words. They couldn't. But Mahaprabhu could. He's God himself. He put this in words. Other sampradayas, they have this goal in their songs, in their stutis, in their stavas, but it's not really scripted. But Mahaprabhu came, okay, I'll script it for you. But all that is there in other sampradayas, but still what Mahaprabhu is giving, that's even much higher than what they are promising us, other sampradayas are promising us. This kind, the difference is, this love is the love of Golok Vrindavan, which is absent in other sampradayas, which is more intense. It's there, but here it is more intense, more spontaneous, and without any hindrance of any opulence or Aishwarya Bhav. That's Mahaprabhu is promising in this 8th verse of Siksastakam. That's what he is saying. Aim for this platform. Aim, do your all devotion to serve this platform. Make yourself perfect, yourself qualified to serve this platform. And all these qualifications we have been discussing right from 1st verse to 7th verse. The qualifications we should have to serve the 8th verse of Siksastakam. So anyway, so in further lectures we will discuss more about Siksastakam, why Siksastakam is important to Gaudiya Vaishnavism, and what are the broad divisions of Siksastakam. We will discuss further. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.